successful. I know it's cliche, but I do want to be financially free down the line. I just didn't like time wasting. I don't want to waste any time. I wanted to go straight for it, but obviously decisions were made and I ended up in university, and that's why I ultimately ended up working a regular job with no real career progression that had nothing to do with my degree or my course.
Walk me through where you're at now.
Now I've landed a role, it speaks for itself, like paid for a service essentially, and I've received what I wanted out of it, which was a job in tech sales that can definitely pay off the investment I made.
Selman, welcome, man. Pleasure to have you on and pleasure to actually meet you in person. Another student, another role. How are you feeling overall, man?
Honestly, alhamdulillah, I'm very glad to have landed a role. Obviously, it's been a long journey, but I'm just glad that it's over and I've got through it, and now I can take the next steps, inshallah.
Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. That's amazing. And look, like that's what we're gonna dive into a little bit deeper today. So I want to just start off, man, by asking a little bit about your journey, where you came from. So, like, talk me through it, man. What were you actually doing before you actually joined the Silicon Sales Institute? Yeah, chat to me, man.
So I'll start a bit before. I graduated university and I was never really proactive in terms of landing a graduate job or something directly after I finished university. So I was in kind of a little limbo state. And then I was doing odd jobs here and there, delivery driving, etc. And I managed to land a job at a museum. It was
London Museum, right?
Yeah,
the natural history one.
Science Museum in London. It was front of house position. It was, London living wage. It was not much career progression. It was just a regular job. And it was fine for the time being, but I knew I needed to make a move, make a switch. And that's how I ultimately came and found the Silicon Sales Institute. And alhamdulillah, joined, completed it, and managed to land a role within 12.
I think it was about just under 11 weeks, 10 weeks or so.
Around 10 weeks, yeah.
Nice. I mean, look, when it comes to uni, like, was that your own decision? I know nowadays, especially coming from African backgrounds, both of us, me and you. What was it like for you? Like, were you kind of pushed into it? Or did you actually want to go to uni?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I did want to go. I did want to go to university, but at the same time, it wasn't entirely my decision. I think, looking back now, I probably would have gone for a degree apprenticeship or, some form of like job that I could get straight into, rather than just delaying.
How come?
Because I just wanted to get straight to it, to be honest. Like, I wanna be, successful. I know it's cliche, but I do want to be financially free down the line, and I just didn't like time wasting. I don't want to waste any time. I wanted to go straight for it, but obviously decisions were made and I ended up in university, which, to be honest, it was a good experience. I learned a lot. But in terms of getting a job, landing a job, I'll be honest with you.
What did you do at uni?
I done business. So business is, it's that degree that you pick when you don't know what you want to do, really.
Yeah.
Because I genuinely didn't know what I wanted to do and it didn't help. I learned skills that I can say I will use going forward. But in terms of actually getting my foot through the door and landing a job, it didn't really help in that respect. And that's why I ultimately ended up working a regular job with no real career progression that had nothing to do with my degree or my course.
Which is like most people, right?
They come out of uni. Majority of people. And it's normal and it's not a bad thing necessarily, but I just felt like, it wasn't what was meant for me. And I feel like I wanted more. I want a lot for myself down the line. And so I took initiative and I came across you and the institute, and I went for it, and it worked.
Before we get into that, actually, because I do want to ask you about that. Like,
Yeah.
how did you even come across tech sales in the first place? Because not a lot of people actually know what tech sales is.
Yeah. Well, with me, I knew some people that were in the space already and were very successful. But in general, I knew about, tech, and I've always been interested in tech. But I've never been someone with a technical background. To be honest, I can't even use Windows
Are you a
fully.
Mac or Windows
I'm
guy?
a Windows person,
Oh,
but
no.
like I can't even, do simple things on a laptop. Excel, you could forget about
Yeah.
it. So I always knew that I wanted to be in and around the tech space, but not necessarily doing something super technical, coding or IT. And naturally, I landed at sales because I feel like communication is one of my biggest assets. I think I'm well spoken. I hope I'm well spoken.
You're all right. You're all right.
But yeah, that, and just, I come from I studied business, so I thought sales, tech, I knew about it already. It was just making sense for me, and I think I made the right choice so far. I'm not too sure yet, but I'll find out very soon.
100%. I
But
mean, you had your first day today, right?
I did, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I mean, look, before you actually joined the Silicon Sales Institute, you would have been doing a little bit of shopping, a little bit of looking around. But what sort of like doubts or hesitations crossed your mind, would you say?
I've never ever purchased an online course. I've never purchased, I've always been a skeptic. I never really believed in it. I was very much, traditional in terms of education and getting a job. You have to go through the normal route. But then, I guess I kind of thought, why not? Like, I'd done the maths. What did I really have to lose? Like, I pay X amount of money. What do I gain? Knowledge, industry knowledge about what's an industry I want to get into, ways to potentially get a job. All of these were positives. And I looked at, what would be the average salary if I was to start a role in the industry, X amount. So, and when I'd done the maths, it was, I consulted some friends even, and they were telling me like
It's a no-brainer.
it's a no-brainer. It's a not that it's a no-brainer, but like there is no downside in terms of this investment. Like if you invest in this course and it does what it says on the tin, which is getting you a role 12 weeks, then there is no downside. You're paying to get a job, which will pay it off the investment you made anyway, which, it just made sense. And
You can see why some people would be skeptical, right?
Of
Including
course.
myself, man.
Yeah,
Being
yeah.
obviously someone who's wanted to better themselves for a very long time and investing online.
Yeah.
You're always going to be skeptical, right?
Of course. And I mean, I was even skeptical after I purchased the course a little bit. Like naturally, as one would be, I was a bit scared. Like, what did I get myself into? But alhamdulillah, like as the weeks progressed, and I learned more and I gained more knowledge, and I saw, the benefits of what I was actually learning and the practical skills. I saw that this was something that could genuinely change the course of my career, and then, essentially my life as well down the line. So, skepticism is normal. It's okay to be scared. It's natural. But in the end, it was worthwhile, and I didn't have anything to be scared about.
Do you think there was a specific moment in your life, maybe after uni or whilst you were working at the museum, where you realized like something needed to change?
I think I went holiday in the summer, and I had a great time, like amazing time. And I came back and I just thought, like, you know, post-holiday blues. I was back in London, grey skies, clouds, and I was thinking, yo, what am I actually doing with my life? Like, I want to be on holiday 24/7. I want to be traveling 24/7, doing things, seeing things. But I realized I had no agency in my life. Like, I couldn't do what I wanted. I was bound by, you know, annual leave and whatever and this and that. And I just needed to make a change. Not saying I wanted to, you know, pack everything up and move to Vietnam or something or Thailand, but I wanted to take active steps.
They trying to send shots for me?
No, not
I'm
you know,
joking.
But I wanted to take active steps towards like getting to that state, you know.
No, I hear it.
And the steps were, you know, get a new job, you know, learn new skills, stack, make money, and then the rest will come naturally. And so I had to make a change. I had to do something. And this investment, I saw it as 2 steps backward. No, 1 step back, 2 steps forward.
Okay.
And yeah, like I said, financially, things, you know, it comes back in any way. So it wasn't a big deal for me. But I'm glad I made that choice.
100%. I actually remember personally taking your onboarding call, and you were very, very skeptical, man. You were very, very scared to make the move, which I understand. But I think as you settled into the program, all of that skepticism kind of like went away.
Yeah.
But were you like specifically looking at other institutes, other programs? Like obviously, I know a lot of these things are courses, but we don't, like, you know, we don't like to label ourselves as a course. It's more of an institute. It's a program. Like, were you evaluating other programs at all?
Yeah, so I saw a couple other institutes or courses online. None of them really managed to pull me in because it felt too artificial in a way.
Transactional, maybe?
Transactional. It didn't seem like the thing that really got me with you guys and the institute was you will get a job in 12 weeks. If you don't, we coach you until you do. And that was something that, you know, the guarantee that was there, that as long as you put the work in and you're actively trying, we will stay along with you until you actually land a role. And that seemed to me like, okay, now this investment, it feels less of a risk.
Why do you think that we put that in place? Why do you think we take that risk on as an institute? Why do you think we would even do that? Because we don't have to.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good way to get guys like me involved, that's for sure. But obviously you guys are and the institute believe in what they're teaching, and it's clear and it's evident from my time on the course that you guys really care about the craft, and you care about teaching and giving skills to people that can last them a career. So yeah, that's one thing that I noticed and one thing that I appreciate from the institute when I was there.
No, 100%, man. It's our pleasure and our privilege, to be honest, especially when we coach individuals who want to work hard, right? Because really, truly, we don't have to do this, but we come across people every day who want to get into tech sales, and there's people who want to get into tech sales, and then there's people that want to do everything possible to be able to get into the industry, and actually change the trajectory of their lives. Those are the sorts of people that we take on. But one thing I wanted to add is, you know, just for your information, the reason we do that is because we don't just select everyone. We look at certain individuals, and obviously we have a very thorough interview and assessment criteria.
Yeah.
So you obviously passed that, and that's why we were comfortable giving the guarantee. We can't just give a guarantee to anyone and anyone because, you know, we might not actually be comfortable. They can, even if they've got the right skills, that they can get a role, right?
Yeah.
So again, what was it specifically about the Silicon Sales Institute that stood out for you, like, as opposed to the other places?
I think, like I said, it was that guarantee, and it was also trying to think. I'm trying to put myself in the shoes of
Someone go back
me
in
a
time.
month, 2 months, 3 months ago.
We're very much focused on practical elements.
Yeah.
Whereas other places, and it's not all bad. Other places have their merits. They do things well, but I think we really focus on the portfolio methodology, right?
Yes. That's something that definitely helped me land a role, and without it, it would have been sticky for me. If I had my CV and my LinkedIn and my whole setup the way it was, and because I was applying for roles before I actually joined the institute, and I was seeing no success, and that was actually part of the reason why I felt like I have to, take a step back, actually upskill, and then have a go at applying for roles. So yeah, if
Tell me more about that, man. Like, you were applying for roles before you obviously joined.
Yeah, so
Where did you get with that?
So I knew I had to make a switch. I hit a wall in my role that I was at, so I was applying nonstop. I was using AI. I was automating my process. I was knocking out like 10 applications an hour, like every day for 5 days.
Which is what most people do. Right?
Yeah. And it's normal. If you're not doing that, if you're doing below that, then you're not hitting, the average numbers you should be hitting to land a role. And I was still, even though I was doing that, I was seeing no success because I didn't have any attributes, any skills, anything that the recruiters wanted for these positions I was applying for. Like, now I look back, I was like, all of these applications probably got binned. Like, because
I went through the same thing, man.
Yeah. They don't owe me anything. I'm literally a nobody with no skills, nothing that they want. And I would make the most detailed cover letters, like, I would to the T about their company.
I'll do anything for you guys.
But nothing, bro. They didn't care. And then it really dawned on me that, I'm not second to them. I'm like 7th. In fact, out of 100 applicants, I'm probably 99th. There's probably one guy that's got, like, he's got a piece of toilet paper for CV below me. But like, they have, majority of the people I was battling for roles already had probably 2 years experience as an SDR already. And I was just there assuming that I'd get an interview when I've got nothing to show for myself. So that was a big wake up call for me. Like, I need to actually have something. I'm getting attacked. I need to have something. I need to have something for these people to actually take a second look and take me seriously.
Yeah, no, 100%. And look, at the end of the day, I was in the same boat. I was in the same position where I thought that genuinely I could just apply at mass volume and I'm going to get a chance, when I think we both understand, we both realize, and it's the reason why we formed the Silicon Sales Institute, is to basically reverse engineer that, like, and make you so good at what you do that the sales managers have absolutely...
They can't turn you down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They won't be able to turn you down because of how well they know you can perform, how well you understand the frameworks, right? Selman, like, what is it that surprised you when you actually got into the institute and what you saw from within the institute?
I think it was module 000, where we were just set reading tasks. For the first few weeks, we had to read whole books. And when I look back in that moment, I was thinking,
this is long.
Yeah.
I remember.
More reading, I thought I graduated. I thought I left school already. But now I look back, I really appreciate that those books really put you in the mindset of a salesperson, of someone that can go into the industry and really, like, be a killer. Especially
without mentioning the books.
Yeah, what can I mention?
No.
Okay.
I mean, you can if you want to, but I'd say it's a little
I won't. Yeah,
surprise.
Yeah, you
can't give away the source.
You'll find out when you join
okay,
the course,
look,
inshallah.
when you obviously completed the level 000, which is mandatory for everyone.
Yes, yeah.
And then you started going into the program, now attending the live sessions and working with the lead performance coaches and so on and so forth, or working with the AI platform that
Yeah.
we've invested so much money into.
Yeah.
What do you think, as you went through, really kind of took you by surprise as to the way we do things and our methodology?
Can you repeat the question for me?
So what is it that, apart, you obviously understand we have the pro methodology on board. You obviously went through it. What is it that surprised you as part of the institute in terms of the way we do things? Was it exactly what was on the tin, the way you expected it? Or was there something that kind of like, you were like, okay, cool. This is really cool.
I think, can I mention certain stuff about the course?
You can, yeah.
I think for me, one of the coolest parts, and I think the boys will agree as well, was the AI tools, and especially the AI role plays. And I think for actually, becoming an SDR, it was one of the most important parts of the institute, and one of the parts where I could really develop my skills, and it's something practical, because obviously I appreciate the theory that we learn, the sales methodologies and the books we had to read, but actually just being an SDR and dialing, even though it's an AI, taught a lot. And it was, one of the most engaging parts, one of the most fun parts. Like you've got John. I'm sure the guys know John.
John, he terrorized you.
Yeah. You don't want to get on his bad side, but it really molded me, and I'm still going to use it going forward, just to brush up and stay sharp. But that's one of the parts of the institute. That's just one part of many parts that really I found super helpful and super engaging.
Okay. Interesting. Now, walk me through where you're at now, like in comparison to where you were just a few weeks ago, right? 10 to 12 weeks, it's not a long time, man, for you to make this sort of drastic change. Like, you're at a stage now where you're basically, you're on track or OTE this year, because it's uncapped sales, tech sales. You get your base salary, you get your commission structure. Talk me through how things are looking to change, or how things have changed already, like for you.
To be honest, it still hasn't really like sunk in properly yet. I'm still lagging a bit. Like it hasn't really hit me properly, and I think it will soon. But in terms of the actual difference, like I don't even know.
Did you think you'd be able to do it this fast?
No, I was planning, like, because I was making.
I remember you told me in your onboarding.
Yeah.
You said if I can get in within the next year, that would be good for me.
Yeah. Like, I was thinking super long term. Like, in fact, I had plans. Like, I wanted to travel, bro, but I've landed a job already, and it's like, alhamdulillah, I landed a job, but like, I kind of wanted to fly out a bit,
But your job is fully remote, right?
Yeah. There's remote opportunities, so that's something that definitely down the line I'm gonna take advantage of.
I want to recommend it straight away.
No.
Try to stay focused, but once you actually get comfortable,
yeah.
You can obviously travel and stuff and work remotely.
Yeah.
But again, a lot of people think that that's what it means straight away. But a lot of it is to do with developing the skills, of course, as you realize.
Yeah.
And more so than not, you need to have the right level of discipline. And this is just advice from me to you, is that if you do decide to go and embark on that journey, yourself being, of course, you're not married, you're a single guy, you're going to have the ability to be able to travel and work and stuff. The only thing I would say is, like, don't let that affect your performance, because it might naturally, if you can't stay sharp, if you can't stay disciplined, right?
Yeah.
Do you think for you, the remote element of tech sales appealed to you, or was it more something else, like the skills? Or
I think definitely it was part of it. Like I said, I came back from holiday. I just wanted to be there forever. So an opportunity to work from wherever I want in the world was, like, who wouldn't want that? Like, it was a big part of it. I think now I'm happy to, be London based for now,
Yeah.
hybrid until I find my feet. But down the line, 100%, like, I'm young, I want to experience the world.
Just
If I
to
could do
clarify,
that-
you've got the option to be hybrid, but
Yeah,
your
yeah,
role
yeah.
is on contract, like fully remote.
Yeah.
So you can go into the office if you want.
Yeah.
Do you think that's going to benefit you as well?
I think so, going into the
I
office.
also believe that.
Because,
Yeah.
like, right now, my setup, it's not fully, done yet. But it's, I don't want to be in my room. Like,
100%.
I want to be outside. I want to be somewhere where I can focus on work. And then when I go home, I can be at home, otherwise, there's those blurred lines, and, you either, lose, like, focus, or you just don't hit your targets. You don't be you're not where you want to be. So yeah, I definitely want to, before I go fully remote, I definitely want to go into the office. And
No, 100. And this is the advice that I give people, because people see this remote lifestyle, the remote element of tech sales, which is there, it's valid, and it's great. Like, us being Muslims, alhamdulillah, it gives us the opportunity to pray salah whenever we want.
Yeah.
To be able to make time for Jumu'ah, go to the masjid, as long as we're managing our calendars correctly, have that flexibility and time freedom that working 5 days in the week, or working in other sectors just wouldn't be able to give you, because it's performance based, right? But again, there's so much value. And me, when I started my career, I was going into the office, working with my my sales managers directly, and interacting with them and learning
Yeah.
off them, and my colleagues and the top performers, and that helped me massively. And I think there's been a massive decline of people who are just looking to work remotely because they're lazy, rather than actually wanting to go into the office and to say to themselves, look, I want to put a graft in. Like, I want to go out there and actually learn from the best whilst I'm surrounded by them. And again, every single day working from home can get difficult, and you have to have ways to combat that and mitigate that, putting in structured things, or whether you're working internationally, and so on and so forth. But for you, what would you say was the moment within the institute that you, like, said to yourself, okay, this is serious, like, this is actually going to work?
I think it's when you gave us the plan of attack, and you outlined the way we were actually gonna go out there and
The
try
final
to
strategy.
land roles. Yeah, that's when it's like, but this is after we've learned all the knowledge and stuff. And you showed us how we're actually gonna go out there and go for roles.
After you've got the portfolio and the skills and
And that was like, okay, I could see it working,
Do you think if someone was to go through that and then apply it the way you applied it, like, what do you think are their chances of actually landing a role? Obviously, there's nothing ever guaranteed in life. It's just there's no such thing. But using that framework methodology, and you having been through it and having landed a role using it, like, what do you think are the chances?
Honestly, I think if you do all the steps correctly, and you take all the steps, and you follow all the cadences and whatnot, bro, it's like 100%. 100% you're gonna land a role at some point. It may not be 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, a month, 2 months, 3 months, but bro, it's kind of inevitable. You're gonna land a role if you're doing, because no one else is doing the way in which the institute's taught how to actually go for roles. So you're always going to be ahead of the competition, and you're always going to be top of mind for these recruiters and these hiring managers. So if you do all of those steps, then there's no way you're not landing a role if you're not on the ball.
I would, and that's the way we've looked to build it, right? It's to make you so good that they can't ignore you. They just can't ignore you. What did the people around you, your friends, family, say first when you were investing into the program and
Yeah.
actually trying to work with us? What was their reaction? And as opposed to like now that you've actually landed the role, because some families can be very supportive, some families can
Yeah.
be skeptical, naturally.
My family, to be honest, I've got a lot of freedom, like, in what I can do. Like, I'm a man. I can make choices. I can make choices for my future and stuff. So that wasn't really an issue. With my friends, there was a few skeptics. Naturally, if they were going to come to me and say, yo, I just joined this institute, I would probably be the same way. But now I've landed a role, like, it speaks for itself. Like, I've paid for a service essentially, and I've received what I wanted out of it, which was a job in tech sales that can definitely pay off the investment I made initially. And I had a friend, he's a close friend of mine, and the way he broke it down for me when I was actually thinking about doing it or not, he was actually supportive. He like done some maths, because he's like I don't want to say anything crazy. He done some maths.
Don't get me banned.
Yeah, he done some maths for me, and he was like, "Yeah, this is how much the course costs. Yeah, it costs this amount. And what's the average salary in tech sales? This, and what's the guarantee? 12 weeks, you get a guarantee. Okay, And then he done like a little probability thing, and like the answer was plus 0 point something, and he was like, oh, because it's in plus, it means that like you can take that gamble. He said, it was it's like
I need to meet this guy, man.
Yeah, you should. He's a funny guy, but yeah, he was like, if I was playing poker or something, and these were my odds, I'd play that hand, he said. So I was like, okay, like, astaghfirullah, but
yeah, we don't mess with that. But I get your analogy.
I understand what he's saying.
Yeah,
so I went with that mentality, and in the end, you don't need to do a maths formula to figure it out anyway. Like, it costs X amount, the average salary is whatever, it pays for itself. Like, after 12 months in a role, like, it's basically gone, right? The initial investment. I don't know, what's the maths?
Well,
or
you'd make your money back after a month.
Yeah.
Instantly.
Yeah.
I mean, like, with how much you're earning, you're making it back quick.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, when. yeah.
So yeah, alhamdulillah, that's good, man. That's good. Now look, how were your parents? Like, how did your family members react after you landed the role?
My mum's happy for me. She knew I wanted to make a move, and she saw that I was not upset, but she saw that I was kind of stuck. So she's happy. My uncle, who I'm very close with, he's very happy as well.
He's the one that you spoke to me about. Who really pushed you and supported you with this.
Yeah. He's very happy with it. Yeah, my family, they're super supportive. So I can't complain. Shout out to my family.
Amazing. And that's what, I mean, look, if your family's behind you, man, you've got a thing that a lot of people don't have. So that's credit to them, man. You're in the door now. You're working in tech sales. You've officially landed your role. Where do you want to be in the next 6 to 12 months, man? And then after that, like, what's the long-term plan?
6 to 12 months, I really want to knuckle down in this position that I'm in. I want to advance in the company. I want to progress. I want to help the company to grow. And then with regards to like the future, like long term, I want to use all the skills I gain, all the knowledge I gain, all the people I meet. I want to use it and eventually do something for myself down the line, 100%.
As in entrepreneurship?
Yeah, for sure. Because I think that's like, I don't want to speak for the other guys on the course, but I feel like deep down, that's the goal for all of us. And sales is just a route to get there, because sales is business and business is sales, and sales is everything. Like what we do in our roles now, and what tech sales is generating revenue. And that's what entrepreneurship is, you know, generating revenue, making money, but for yourself. And so that's what I want to do. I want to learn as much as I can, upskill, and then get to work for myself. And and like I don't want to just work abroad, but inshallah, I want to live abroad and not have to work.
Yeah.
Inshallah.
Any places you got in mind? You don't have to say if you don't want to, but
I want to go Africa.
Africa?
Yeah.
We're talking like Kenya?
I love Africa. Kenya, Somalia, just that side, East Africa, you know.
Blue Coast.
Yeah.
Pristine beaches.
Exactly.
You'll reach it, man. And you understand the value of sales and tech sales and building the revenue generating skills to be able to do that.
Yeah, 100%.
Do you think, you know, before you got into tech sales, that was always a dream, right?
Yeah.
But now with the skills that you've learned within the institute and also the skills that you're going to develop over the next few years working in tech sales, do you think that dream is actually closer for you?
I think definitely, like it was, like I said, it's a step that I've taken, and it's a step forward in the direction of where I want to be. And I couldn't really see it before, but now like I can see it a little bit. It's slightly in my view, not fully yet, but it's a step, and that's what matters.
Amazing.
And it's step by step, inshallah.
Inshallah. What would you say? Like, what would you say to someone who's sitting on the fence, like right now, maybe considering joining the Silicon Sales Institute?
I'd say just do it. Like, unless they've got like, just do it. To be honest, like like I said, it's the number's positive. You know, it's in a positive.
In the triangle that your friend drew,
yeah,
right?
exactly. Like it's in the positives. Just do it. Like there isn't really much downside. The money will come back. It's you know, it's a step. If you want to be in tech sales and you have no experience and you need to learn, then just join. There's really nothing much I can say. Like if you need to break into tech sales and you come from a non-sales background, then just join. That's all I can say, really. Like you will get the job if you just do the work and you learn and you apply yourself and you apply what you've learned.
Nice. If you had 30 seconds to talk to yourself before you actually joined, you just had 30 seconds to tell yourself whatever you wanted to tell yourself. Have a think about it. What would you tell that person?
I'd say, bro, just, you know, the money's going to come back. Just do it, buy it, join the institute, lock in for a bit, see it through, and you're going to land a role. And just relax, you know, just do it. That's what I'd say. If I knew that I was going to get a role like I have, that's what I'd say to myself.
Amazing. Selman, it's been an absolute pleasure. I really appreciate your time. And
Thank you. Likewise.
Again, you have our full support going into this new role, as you always had. As you know, our phone numbers are always open whenever you need us, for whatever you need us. Go smash it. Go be better than us, man. Go get that AE role and make us proud, and represent the Silicon Sales Institute in the way that I know that you can, and the reason why we selected you,
Thank you.
So,
thank
yeah,
you.
man.
I'll try.
It's been a pleasure, bro. Thank you so much.